What's up, guys? I'm making a video and we're gonna react to his stories. So first we're gonna watch this video. I heard of his story before, but I never watched it before.
Someone slammed me into the lockers so hard my head bounced off the metal. I hit the floor, and a kid I didn't recognize kicked me in the ribs, and I curled up, and another kick landed on my back.
So it's like the Zach D films, but it's faster. He talks faster, and it's like a story. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Tried to stand, and someone shoved me down, and I skidded across the...
Dang. If someone did that to me, dang, that would hurt. I would actually cry though. Yeah. Who's that guy? I think he's a bully. Let me guess. His story is gonna get revenge. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pause it in about 10 minutes, probably, okay? How about, actually 3 minutes.
Tile on my hands and knees. Blood from my lip was dripping onto the floor. I looked up, and Brooke was 10 feet away watching, and I screamed her name, and she turned and walked in the other direction. I crawled toward her.
Dang! I said I'm gonna say in 3 minutes, but dang! She just walked away from helping him? Dang, bro, what is this school?
And someone stomped on my hand, and I heard something crack, and then I woke up. I was sitting up in bed, drenched in sweat, shaking, gripping the sheets so hard my fingers ached. The room was dark. Oliver rolled over across from me. "You okay?" "Yeah, bad dream. Must have been a rough one. You were talking in your sleep." He propped himself on his elbow. "Want me to get you water or something?" "No, I'm fine." He lay back down. "Go back to sleep. Everything's fine." His voice was calm and kind, and I believed him because why wouldn't I? I grabbed my phone off the nightstand and texted Brooke. "You up?" 3 dots. "It's 2 a.m., you weirdo. Just wanted to say you're my favorite person. You're my favorite person. Now go to sleep." I put the phone down and let my heart slow down. Bad dream. Just...
So, it doesn't make sense. How's like the girl, like, first betrayed him and now she's saying this? Doesn't make any sense.
Bad dream. Brooke came over the next afternoon and brought a photo of us at the pier, the two of us with the sun behind us, and she'd written on the back in silver marker, "My favorite person." I taped it to the wall above my desk. "Your stepbrother is intense," she said, leaning against me while Oliver typed across the room with his headphones on. "He's just quiet. He was staring at me when I came in. He stares at everyone. He's awkward." She shrugged and I kissed the top of her head. At dinner, Phil raised...
So, is that his crush or something? I don't know.
His glass. 6 months under one roof and nobody's killed each other. Mom laughed. Oliver...
Guys, can you comment what are these things? Oh, don't forget, like and subscribe. We're really close to 200 subs. I'm trying to get 1,000, at least 1,000. So, yeah. We're close to 200, so at least we can try to get 200, probably. Yeah. Okay.
Smiled into his plate. I clinked my glass against Phil's because he was trying, and I wanted him to know I noticed. The hallway went wrong before I made it to my locker. A kid I'd never spoken to crossed to the other side to avoid me, and then another kid...
Oh yeah, remember when I lost my voice? I got it back now.
The same thing. And then a sophomore held up his phone and turned the screen toward me, and I saw my own face saying words I'd never said in my life. My bedroom behind me, the photo of Brooke visible on the wall, my voice coming out of the speaker saying racist slurs aimed at a kid named Devin who sat behind me in history. "That's not me." The kid pulled his phone back. "Dude, it's literally your face. I know it's my face. I'm telling you I never said those words." He shrugged and walked away, and I stood there with my knees going weak because the room in the video was my room. Filmed from an angle I'd never set up a camera at, and the photo Brooke gave me 3 weeks ago was visible on the wall in the background. Whoever made this had been filming inside my bedroom while I slept. I grabbed a locker handle to stay standing. Brooke was at my locker with red eyes. "Is there something you want to tell me?" "That video is fake. It's your face, your room. I can see the photo I gave you on the wall behind you." "Brooke, I am telling you someone manufactured that video. I have never said those words in my life." She looked at me and said, "I want to believe you." And the "want to" hit hit me in the chest because 3 days ago she'd written "my favorite person" on the back of a photo, and now she couldn't look at me. She walked away, and my best friend Kai gave me a wide berth at lunch, and the seat next to me stayed empty, and I ate alone and stared at the table and thought about how the hallway parted for me like I was radioactive, which would be flattering if the reason wasn't that everyone thought I was a monster. A second video dropped that afternoon. I was in the library when my phone buzzed with a link, and I opened it and watched myself threaten a girl I'd never spoken to in the school parking lot. The girl's mother called the school within an hour. A third video 2 days later, me mocking a kid with cerebral palsy named James, imitating his walk, laughing. I watched that one alone in my room and threw my phone at the wall because James had never done anything to anyone, and I was laughing at him. Each video was worse than the last. The first took Brooke. The second emptied my lunch table. The third got me pulled into the principal's office while James's parents watched from the lobby, and his mother looked at me through the glass with a hatred so pure it burned, and I pressed my hand against the lobby wall because I wanted to walk in there and say, "I would never hurt your son." But the person in that video had my exact face and my exact voice, and he was hurting her son, and the fact that it wasn't really me didn't change the damage. The principal suspended me. I stood across his desk and said, "Those videos are fake," and he said, "They appear authentic," and I said, "Reviewed by who? The guy who troubleshoots printers?" His face tightened. "You're suspended pending investigation." I stood up so fast my chair hit the wall. I didn't do this. The person who actually did it is sitting somewhere right now making more videos while you suspend the kid whose face got stolen. You're punishing the victim. I walked out through a hallway where everyone pressed against the walls, and I kept my eyes straight ahead because if I looked at anyone, I was going to start screaming. Oliver was sitting on his bed when I got home. I heard about the suspension. I'm really sorry. Yeah, want me to look at the videos? I know some stuff about editing.
So guys, wait, let me rewind that. So basically, I think Oliver is what you did. Yeah, Oliver. So basically, it's Oliver, right? Understand enough. This is getting boring for me. I'm gonna watch this. Let's watch some shorts of her story.
I was walking home when someone grabbed me from behind and threw a bag over my head.
Ooh,
I screamed into
dang.
the fabric, but moments later
Touchy
it got
bag.
ripped off and I was
Ooh.
tied to a chair. A big bald man stood over me. "Where's my $40,000? But I had no idea who he was. "You've got the wrong guy. I have 12 cents in my bank account. Let me go." His face twisted. "I remember your face from the casino. You're not leaving without giving me my money." But I remembered I had my mom's medication in my bag. I yelled, "I need to go home. My mom needs her medication. She can't even walk without her cane." But he scoffed. "I don't care about your mom. You've got until
Oh
tonight
my
to get
gosh,
me my money, or you're
dang.
dead." I had no way to get that money. So the second he left the room, I yanked at the
Dang.
rope around my wrists to
Are we gonna
escape.
make
I
this
twisted
video
and
about
pulled until my
10?
skin burned, and one hand started slipping free. But then the door swung open, and he stared right at my
This is
wrists.
the last
His
short,
fists
okay, guys?
clenched.
This is the
Trying to
last thing
escape, I
I'm gonna
expected him to
watch
kill
him.
me. But instead,
It's gonna
he
be
said,
done.
"Your mom needs you home? As a matter of fact, I'll go get her. If I have her captive, you won't try to run again." I screamed, begging him not to as he walked out. But moments later, he came back, pulling my mom by the arm. She leaned on her cane, tiny and shaking. He laughed. She didn't even fight because she's so
What?
weak. She walked right out to my car. He pulled her closer. "You've got 1
Dang.
hour, or you're both dead." Tears streamed down my face. I couldn't give him anything, and now my mom was going to die because of me. "I'm so sorry, Mom." But then she grabbed her chest and collapsed to the floor. I screamed, "Mom!" The bald man's face went confused. "Please help her. She's sick and weak." He rushed over and bent down to check on her. But then her hand tightened around her cane, and she swung it straight into the back of his head. He dropped, and she slipped the loose rope off my wrists and pulled me up. I was shaking as she dialed 911. "Mom, I thought you were too weak to fight," she smiled. He bragged that I didn't fight him, but I didn't fight because I needed him to bring me to you. Then I could take him down myself. Then she whispered, "Also, your dad is the one who owes him the $40,000.
Dang.
I gasped because my dad and I have the same face,
Oh.
and we're both
Oh,
brokies.
yeah.
I was walking home when someone grabbed me from behind and threw.
Okay, guys. See you. After this, I'm gonna make a keyboard escape. So see you in that video. See you later, guys. Bye. And don't forget to like and subscribe.